This is a really great rotator cuff strengthening exercise using Theraband. If you don't have a Theraband, you can use the hand weights, but I think the resistance and the quality of the band in this one is really good. If you have any shoulder issues, I'd recommend you find yourself one of these Therabands. You can buy them in all sorts of places. So I've got something for my head here, or you could just have a straight long underneath arm to support your head. So we're going to begin with the elbow hovering just above the waist and just in front of the side of the body. I'm going to bring that down. I'm still hovering, so I'm not contacting my waist at all. And wherever that finger lands on the band, I'm going to pull in and gather up to create some resistance. So I'm still hovering just in front of the waist and above the waist with that elbow. I'm trying not to move the elbow as I come up. Hold for 4 and bring it back down and hold for 4. 2 and lower. So we're just doing 4. You could do 5 or 6, but you don't need to do a lot of these. And hold. And last one. And down. But you do want to feel it. So if you're not feeling it, you could add, I'm doing 4 quick ones now, you could add repetitions, or you could find yourself a tighter band. 3, if you can't get all the way up, I'd go a little more length on the band and coming back down. So we're going to stretch that out again and we're going to do the same thing long. If that was really intense, you could swap and do your other side and then come back to this one. So I'm going to have my hand over my hip, not right up over my shoulder, and I'm going to reach forward a little bit with that arm and then come to the floor, and wherever that finger arrived, that's where I'm going to gather up my band for the straight arm. So as I come up, I'm going to reach forward and up, hold for 4, and to come down, I'm going to reach forward, so I'm getting space through the scapula and the spine at the back there. And then again, hold for 4. So we do this little pause either end. I keep coming up a little high, so just over the hip for 4. And reach forward, keeping some resistance on that band, and hold for 4. This is 3, holding and reaching and holding. Last one and reaching. And then I'm just going to do 4 quick, up, over the hip and down, and 2, and last one, and rest. We're going to spin over and do that all on the second side. I'm going to use my long arm on this side. So rotator cuff bend to elbow first. So hovering that elbow a little bit in front of your waist, bring it down wherever it taps on the band is where you will gather in to give you the resistance. And we're just going to hover just in front of the waist, up, hold it for 4, and down, hold it for 4, and up. When I come down, I'm pretty much off tension, but I'm not completely relaxed. I've got a tiny bit of tension left in that band. Holding for 4 and lowering and up and down. I've lost count. I think that was 4, but I better do one more just in case. And then we're going for 4 quick ones. 1 and down. So my shoulder blade is pretty still in this. It's the arm bone moving. This action of the forearm is rotating my upper arm bone. And then lay it out, and we're ready to go for the long arm. So bring it over the hip, hand over the hip rather than up, and then reach forward, get space into that upper back between your shoulder and your spine. Wherever you land, you're going to grab in, and that creates your resistance on the band. And we're coming up over the hip for 4. And bringing it forward, reaching, almost like you're stretching the band forward. And again, hold it on some tension. And coming up, over the hip, holding for 4. And reaching. Holding for 4. And up. And forward. And up. And forward. And that's a really great sequence for strengthening your shoulders.